Yeah, I think overall, I think we had chosen a manageable amount to get done within the time frame. I think that we had enough time for the kids to be processing what we were trying to get them, the actual steps. I think they had enough time to process and be able to follow the steps. I think it's definitely something we'll have to continue practicing. I think we will need to do some work on the vocabulary of criteria and generate, and those words that we were on the actual definition, but we didn't really, or I didn't get to address too well. I just verbally said a couple of definitions, but that's something that they will need a lot more practice with, I think. And then the process itself, I think that when we practice it a couple more times and they have to generate their own criteria, I think that they will find that that they'll put the whole process together from that point of view.
How about you? How do you feel now that you've seen that? Do you feel that's going to make a difference when you go to teach yours?
Yeah.
How would that make a difference?
I think, like Kat was saying, it gives you the confidence to know that you're doing the right thing. And also, I suppose, a new teacher to Genesis not teaching complex reasoning in the past, having that confidence that I'm doing the right thing and teaching the right process with the right language is so valuable. Because otherwise I think I would feel a little bit more lost. But even in the planning stage, going through making sure we all understood the process, I feel I could take that and apply it to like the next process and teach that more confidently, even though it's a different complex reasoning process.
Yes, I think
This is really their first lesson.
I agree, and I think one area that we found a few of them got stuck was what is a criteria, or what are criteria. When we referred to the next question after that, did using criteria help you make a decision? Once you talked about that, then they could come back and begin to, oh yes, that's right, that's what a criteria is. Or if you looked at the sheet and then they got a bit of an idea, but just straight off the top of their head they didn't necessarily get that. But I thought the questions were really good. I think if you continue to ask those questions after doing it a couple of, doing another lesson in decision making, I'd imagine you'll begin to see the growth in what, given this was their first go at it, and it was fairly complex.
To the question, what strategies would you use if there was an agreement? And so I got a lot of vote, paper, scissors, rock.
Yeah, show of hands.
Yeah, whereas I think at the end of the unit they will say, if the process has been taught well, they'll say, well, we need to go back and look at the criteria. Have we weighted them correctly? Perhaps the reason we're not happy is that one of them is actually rated more highly or more lowly than it really should be. And I just think, that was because that wasn't the aspect of the process. That was the focus for the lesson.
My group to interpret that, well, if you don't like the decision that's made, like it doesn't suit you, you go back and change the numbers.
That's pretty much confident with the process, and I'd gone back over it and I'd just made sure in my own mind that I was clear, and we'd clarified things last week that I wasn't clear about, and just having everyone, knowing that everyone would be supportive, and if I missed something someone would chip in and help. And I just think teaching the kids, it's the focus of what we want to do in life, and it's just such a joy to be there and feel like you're actually extending their minds and their growth.
So I think collaboration-wise, I think it's a lesson like this is actually true collaboration, not when people say they're collaborating and everyone goes and does a different subject and then there we go, we collaborated and now here are our units. And I think it's a truer sense of collaboration because we really are all putting in our strengths.
Our team as well. Like I know you as members of our team, but now coming into your classrooms, I'm getting to get the feel of the tone of your classroom, the tone of the team, how each one of you teaches and how we contribute. And once that, like Chris said, I think we've all got strengths to offer and we're just combining them rather than running on our own ability. We're combining, and therefore we're going to have a much better.
The most potent professional development model that we found. And it takes, of course, resources and investment, but we can't afford not to do it.
The process of lesson study can actually build the professional learning community. I think it can build the collegiality among the staff. I think just participating in lesson study for any school really can help them accelerate that whole idea of a professional learning community just in itself.